Good evening, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. If you're feeling this content, smash that like button. It is my pleasure to introduce tonight's guest, Jonathan Breda. What's up, brother?
What's up, dude? Nice to be here.
Yo, bro. So this past weekend, what a performance, man. I got to see your big super match against Brandon Ellsessor over at the TL event in Dallas, Texas. And my God, bro, you were on another level that day, bro. What was going on?
Training was really good, even regardless of the fact I just pulled Jordan 4 weeks ago. Before that, training was good, and I had a very solid game plan, and everything just worked the way it should.
Yeah, so I got to give a shout out to John again. Last month, same thing. He had another really, really tough opponent over at Louisiana State Championships, and same outcome, man. Very dominating performance, beat Jordan Sill, and we all know Jordan Sill is no slouch left hand. And then it carried over last weekend, same thing. So I just want to find out, what are you doing, brother? What's going on with training, and what's table time looking weekly? And I want to know everything. What's the details that's making this animal just come out?
Well, mainly I do a pretty good mix of table training and gym training. Mainly, I've been focusing a lot more lately on the table time. I try to link up with my training partner, Herman Stevens, at least 3 to 5 days a week. Now, understand I say 3 to 5 days a week. That doesn't mean that, we are redlining every day, trying to kill each other on the table 3 to 5 days a week. But we're doing something on the table, usually 3 to 5 days a week. Arm wrestling specific and general fitness training, doing as much as I possibly can. Try to do that at least 5 days a week as well.
Wow, bro, that's insane. How do you even find time to make that happen? 3 to 5 times a week on a table. Holy shit. I don't even know if I had an arm wrestler living next door if I could pull that off.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because it's about to be a game changer, man. I just moved to Lake Charles. I was living outside of Lake Charles, and Herman Stevens now lives maybe 5 minutes from my house. So, and now I have my table in my house. I used to keep it at my gym. Now I have it in my house right next to my bedroom. So, I can train. The time will be a lot easier than what it used to be. But yeah, it's hard, but if you want to make the time, you can do it.
Well, that is impressive to hear, bro. And obviously the results are there. So I just want to run through the day of your event. I just want to find out what was going on. So when you first wake up that day, what's your feeling? Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling nervous? Like what actually is going through your head?
Well, confidence is always something that I try to stay as confident as I possibly can. I don't not like, I'm not like Travis confident, but I do go in thinking I'm gonna win, and I definitely get myself in that mindset, right? So day of, usually, I always wake up early and try to get something in my system, and I just sort of relax and just kind of play the match what I think it's going to be in my head. And between doing that and just going over some last minute research on whoever I'm pulling, or people that I think that are going to be at this tournament, I just do as much research as I can, and just try to relax and try to keep the adrenaline down. It's one of my biggest issues. I'd always try to get too amped up, and then I just crash. And no, I just try to stay cool, calm, and just get in the zone without like losing it.
So
Yeah.
what does your nutrition look like day of?
Day of, I mean, so day of, I basically just eat a big breakfast and I don't eat the rest of the day. Typically, like I said, if on average, I'm getting up at like 6 or 7 in the morning, usually, depending. Uh, and Yeah, I mean, I don't really stay specific. Like, I don't have anything that I need to have this every time I eat before a tournament. No, nope, just try to get as much carbohydrates and salt in as I can, and you know, fill myself up so that way I don't have to get hungry the rest of the day.
Do you use a pre-workout before?
No, no, absolutely not. No, no, I do not want my arm to blow up. So yeah, I basically just kind of, you know, hydrate, and then if anything, I might get like a small Red Bull or something, you know, something with a little bit of caffeine in it. But yeah, that's it. Now I made the mistake of doing pre-workout early in my career, you know, but yeah, you never know what you're getting into, really, right? When you get those pre-workouts, none of that stuff is regulated. So it could say it's not a nitric oxide that, you know, pumps you up, and next thing you know, boom, everything's getting swollen. So yeah.
Yeah, so there's like two theories in the arm wrestling world. You got the guys that are against the pre-workout before pulling, and then you got the guys that are with the pre-workout. You know, when I was talking with Corey West, Michael Todd, you know, they're all down with the pre-workout, but the difference is they use it all the time. So in all their training and all that, so they know what they're expecting. You know, so
Right.
there is two different train of thoughts with that. But
Well,
I also wanted to find out is when was the game plan set for Brandon Ellsessor? Was that done weeks before? Was that done, you know, a couple days before? And what goes into making that game plan?
well, like I said before, you know, like I was saying, day of, I do a lot of research on who I'm pulling, and try to gather as much intel as I can, and that's a lot of it. And then I'll take that research of what he's doing, and you know, I got a few different tools in my arsenal, a few different lanes that I can go that I'm successful in, and I just kind of you know, process of elimination in my head is like, okay, what do I think is going to work against Brandon, and work the most against Brandon, and what angle do I need to set up? Where's his hand compared to everyone else's hand? You know, what is he trying to achieve to get to his lane? And I knew when I was analyzing, you know, he's got an impressive setup. He's got a good move. He's very good at making adjustments. And what I've noticed is a lot of the people that he pulls are more, you know, try to go straight to the pad, end the match as quick as they possibly can. Well, every time, you know, they try to end the match quick, Brandon's making those adjustments. He's getting more and more each time. So my approach was just, you know, keep control of the hands, don't let him get out on his and have access to his pronation, and just basically hope that he makes mistakes, and wait for the right time and attack. So, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I saw it looked like that you were letting him get that first hit on you. And that first one was really, really violent. And I just was so impressed that you were able to catch that. And then you brought it back. You were just like pulling him in. And it was real slow. You were taking your time with it. You didn't rush or anything, like you were just saying. And then it was crazy to me how you just roped him in and then slowly brought him down. Was that the plan?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, yeah, absolutely. So with Brandon, you know, he's pretty good against top rollers, and yeah, that's if I could get a hook, if I had the opportunity to sink it in, then that was the game plan. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of video of him going against real solid hook pullers, so I was real interested to see, especially the way his style of pulling, he uses a lot of bicep, and I just really, I mean, for me in my head, I couldn't imagine him being able to pull me in my hook on his bicep. And yeah, it just, so yeah, no, that was definitely the game plan. But I knew he was going to adjust eventually. Like the first two matches, he gave me my opportunity, and then I noticed he started to create that separation. And yeah, so basically just stay flat and keep containment, keep my wrist flat, and just hope for the best. So.
Well, it was an impressive win, brother. I was in shock. I wasn't in shock that you won, but I was in shock the fashion that you did win. You know, I'm a fan of Brandon. Now, I've always been a fan of you. Like I tell everybody, I said, you know, John Breda came on my radar that day when we were in Kemah, Texas, and you know, Travis was he just started pulling. He was putting on a show and beating everybody. And then it went over to overalls. And I was just like, oh, hey, here we go. The Beast is going to win. Travis is going to go right through whoever it is. And then all of a sudden, John Breida comes up to the table. And I didn't know who you were then. And then the war went on and you won. And I was just like, holy shit, who is this guy? And, you know, I never forgot that name after that. And now, you know, fast forward and now you're beating guys like Brandon Ellsessor and making it look real easy. And we all know Brandon is just unbelievable polar. You know, Brandon just got a win against Travis Bajan, left hand. He also had a really big win in Washington State against Andre Sharkovich and Jacob Abbott and Jordan Sill. So, I mean, Brandon's got some serious wins. And for you to make it as easy as it did was very impressive.